habibi, do this daily, and trust me, whatever you want, you'll actually get. So in this video, we're not gonna waste a single second and get straight into it. Now look, let's just say you want a house. Whatever that house is, the very first step to actually get that house is to basically have a vision of the house in your mind. And look, don't be limiting yourself. Like, even if the house is like way above your budget, it doesn't matter. Like, literally, go online right now, go on Zillow.com, and just basically shop around. Look for any house you like, regardless of the price. Now, okay, let's just say the house you found is like 1.5 million, okay? So that basically means you need to be making at least like 200K a year to actually sustain that house. So your whole goal is to make $200,000 a year. Now look, the result is a $1.5 million house. But you need to be creating a condition to actually reach that result. So the condition, what I mean by that is, let's just say, for example, I decided the way I'm going to reach the 200K a year is through selling a course, for example. Now let's just say the course that I'll be selling costs like $47. That means I need to be getting around 4,300 students per year to actually reach 200K a year in profit. So that's around like 360 students per month, which basically means 12 students per day. So my whole goal is not the house. My whole goal is 12 students a day. So like, literally, bro, like, if I'm gonna wake up in the morning, I forgot about the house. I'm not gonna be thinking about the house. All I'm thinking about is just, how am I gonna be getting 12 students a day on my $47 course? Now the question is, how am I gonna reach 12 students a day? So that depends. Now let's just say the platform I picked to actually sell the course is TikTok. That literally means all I gotta do is just focus on posting videos every single day. So my whole focus throughout the entire day is just like, how do I make the videos better? How do I make the first 3 seconds better? How do I make the whole big idea of the video better? How do I make like the call to action of the video better? And basically, like, just that's literally it. Just literally focus on the video. Your whole focus throughout the day is just the video. That's it. Like, habibi, it's literally that simple. At this point, we're not focusing on the results. We're just focusing on creating a condition to get that result. And the condition is just through TikTok videos. Because think about it, like 200K per year or a house is not really in our control. But what's in our control? Just creating, producing. Like, that's way better than consuming. Like, if you want to reach your goals, focus on creating or producing as opposed to consuming. And think about it, bro. If you want to lose weight, it's the same exact idea. You don't focus on like losing the weight. No, you focus on the calories. You focus on going to the gym, because the weight is not really within your control. What's in your control is just what you put in your mouth. Now, some of you are going to be like, okay, but if I'm trying to lose weight, like, what diet do I gotta pick? Or if I'm trying to like get 200K per year, what business should I pick? And habibi, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Let's just say you pick dropshipping. Well, it's the same thing. If you're gonna take that route, then you gotta start doing ads. And so every single day, like, you just gotta focus. How much do I gotta spend per day to actually reach my profit goal? And then also, how do I make my video ad better so I can reach better metrics? And again, all you're doing is just producing, creating, no consuming. And by the way, what's beautiful is when you start thinking this way, it's almost like Allah, like the creator, is gonna start bending the world to your favor. So the other day, I actually had a goal of reaching 300K per month in profit. So what happened is just like, I'm just like sitting, and it's just like almost like opportunities actually just start coming to you. So I just basically start seeing a video of like this guy making 300K per month in profit. And I'm just like, that's so freaking crazy. That was literally my goal. And this guy is doing it right in front of me. So all I gotta do is just see what they're doing and basically do the same as them. Bro, it's literally almost like Allah just gave you the opportunity, because he's like, okay, that's what you wanted, I'll give it to you. So I haven't hit the goal yet, but eventually I will, bro, trust me. Now look, if your goal is like 200K per year in profits, like, habibi, just focus on what you can actually control. Now, what you can't control is your thoughts. You can control your thoughts, because the beautiful thing about it is when you actually control your thoughts, your actions become different. So if we're focusing on like making a good video, well, you have to start taking action to make a good video. And what's the very first step in taking action? It goes back to thoughts, man. Like, whatever goes into your brain, you gotta be focusing on that. Because when you change your thoughts, you change your beliefs. You change your beliefs, you just change what actions you do. So now you actually gotta focus on like molding yourself to become a type of person that actually can get 200K per year. And by the way, like, I'm literally just telling you what you actually need to hear, not what you want to hear. Like, bro, most of you guys just want to hear that you can just like literally sit down, meditate, and just think of like a Lamborghini, and then that Lamborghini is just gonna come to you. That's not how it works, habibi. You obviously gotta be taking action. But the issue is, like, most people don't know what action to take because they just have the wrong thoughts in their brain. So look, one way to actually just like immediately take action, and I've seen this in my own life too, is anger. Now look, I usually talk about like negative feelings and how it's like you should transcend negative feelings and all that stuff. But anger, bro, anger is just one of those things where it can actually catapult you. So if your goal is like 200K per year, and it's like you're just struggling to take the action because you're being a lazy boy, well, what you can do is just like get angry, and then once you're angry, the action just becomes way easier to do because you just put so much energy into the work and it becomes way faster. So I actually take any little opportunity to get angry. So just right now, actually, I was playing soccer with some people, and bro, I was so bad. I missed like every freaking shot that I was doing. I hated myself when I was playing soccer. So what happened is just like I got angry, right? I got super angry. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go home and just basically make a video and make the video so freaking good that you can actually feel the energy in the video. Like, Habibi, I'm so freaking angry right now. But still making a video. So anger, again, is just one of those things that you can actually use to just speed up the whole action taking part. Now, don't live throughout the day angry, and don't be taking this anger on people. And look, another thing is that your thoughts actually matter a lot. So if you have thoughts of like that go against your beliefs, or thoughts that actually make you feel like inferior, that's not good. You actually need to be fixing those things. So one of the things that I actually realized that can literally unlock your brain is stillness. Now, stillness literally just means like the absence of thoughts. Stillness literally just means the silencing of the mind. Like, all you gotta do sometimes is just literally sit down. And I'm being serious, by the way, just literally sit down, and it's like whatever thought that goes into your brain, like watch it, but then let it go. Watch the thoughts, even if they're negative, watch them and just let them go. Eventually, what's gonna happen is once you start watching the thoughts, you'll reach a state of stillness where there's almost like no thoughts. And this could take practice, but like once you actually get into that state, it's almost like you start willing things into your world. So once you actually get into that state, now you can just start saying things to yourself, and you actually become the things that you say. So for example, if you like, once you actually reach the stillness of the mind, now you can just be like, I'm the type of person that actually can get 200K per year. I'm the type of person that can easily make that much per year. And then eventually what happens, you actually start like molding yourself through your words. Habibi, your words are so important. You know, I can literally tell like the personality of a person, the beliefs of a person, just through the words that I hear from them. So if someone is just like I don't want to go here because I can't afford it, or I don't want to like buy this because I can't afford it, or like just like limiting words, I'm just like, bro, what's going on into your brain, man? Like, your thoughts are limiting. How are you living with yourself with these limiting thoughts? Bro, I don't ever want to have like limiting thoughts. And look, whenever I actually go and like start doing something, one of the beliefs that I have is that everything's easy. Bro, for me, everything's easy. And that's why you guys see me, like when I get into like any business, I'll make some money. Like, some guy was literally telling me, he's like, bro, like, I don't understand how like whatever side hustle you do, you always end up making money. Because that's the belief I have. I don't get into things and not make money in them. And even if my brain at the beginning starts telling me, it's like, oh, but you're lying to yourself. Yes, so what? Of course I'm lying to myself. Everything starts off as a lie within me or within anybody. Like, do you guys realize, like, even Andrew Tate actually used to do this? Andrew Tate, before he literally had like 100 million in his bank, he used to say that he had 100 million in his bank. And trust me, this is true, bro. I've been in the war room, man. Like, this guy used to actually, like, he used to say things before they used to happen, and as a result, they happen. This is such a power that you guys need to get, but before you get that power, you need to have a stillness of the mind. Because when your mind is just always like negative, it's hard to start conditioning it with positive things. So what you want to do, so for example, if I just take a knife right now and cut myself, like, I'm gonna start bleeding, right? So instead of before, like, I put medicine on the blood, I'm gonna have to stop the cut. I'm gonna have to stop the blood. Same thing with you. If you're always constantly having negative thoughts, you don't just immediately come and start putting positive thoughts in your brain. It's not gonna work like that. So what you want to do is just have stillness, have a state of no thoughts. Once you have that state of no thoughts, then you can condition yourself with positive thoughts. You can condition yourself like anything, bro. Because when you're in that state, your mind is not gonna be like, oh no, you're not a billionaire. You're not a person who can fly. Who are you talking about? But when you're in stillness, you can actually just put these thoughts into your brain. And what's beautiful, bro, is like you're actually putting like seeds into your mind. And those seeds eventually are going to grow into trees. So you'll see, like, a year from now, when you keep doing this, when you keep stilling your brain, and when you keep saying like good things to your mind, eventually, like after a year from now, you're just going to become like an entirely different person. And this is how you change, bro. Eventually, the goal is not just going to be like 200K per year. The goal is going to be way more than that because the conditions are there. Remember what I said? If you want the result, the condition has to be there first in order for you to get the results. So the condition is just the things that you can control. And this is so powerful, bro. Like, this even happened in my own life too. I remember like the very first time when I actually made like 10K in dropshipping. Bro, I made 10K, but in my mind, I'm just like, I don't think I'm like worthy of this much money. even though it wasn't that much, but I'm just like, I'm really not worthy of this much money. So eventually what happened is I just started losing the money. I just randomly started losing the money because it's crazy, bro. Like the world is literally like a mirror to what's actually inside your mind. So if things are happening in your life right now, it's your fault, bro. And again, this is an empowering thought. Everything is actually my fault. Like even, bro, like even if I got into like an accident, for example, it's still my fault. Even if I'm not driving and I still got into an accident, it's still my fault. Because like, why would I pick such a dum-dum to to like drive me around? You know what I'm saying? So the entire world that you see, like your entire life, it's all your fault, bro. So this is what you need to do, bro. Like every single day, watch your thoughts. Like the thoughts that are going into your brain is actually creating your whole life. Watch these thoughts. Try to still your mind. Try to have like almost like a state of no thoughts, and then condition yourself. Start planting seeds for your words. Start planting seeds that actually empower your mind. Once you start doing that, you'll notice the action that you take, the TikTok videos that you make, the YouTube videos that you make are going to be like way better because now you're coming to them from another state, bro. You're not coming to them from like a state of like failure or inferiority or whatever that word is. You're coming to them from like good conditioning, good programming, empowering programming. And then once you do that, forget about the result. Like literally forget about the result, just focus on the conditions. And then what you'll notice, like Allah, the creator, is literally gonna mold the entire universe, like actually bend it just for your, literally just for you, for your own benefit, for your own good. And I've seen this happen in my own life. So I'm no different than you, bro. We're all literally the same. I'm no different. And by the way, before I end this video off, I just want to show you guys something. So these right here are notes, right? So I wrote these down, and every single time I wake up, not every single day, but I try to like every single day try to read these things as soon as I wake up. So what these things are, they're basically ayat in the Quran. So if you can just see it, they're basically just ayat in the Quran, like verses in the Quran. Now, again, when you reach a stillness of the mind, you can start saying things that actually condition your brain to have more positive programming. So my favorite type of programming to do is just basically verses from the Quran. Like what better thing? Just like the words of God. Now, if you're a Muslim, like you need to tattoo this in your brain, bro. Because most of you guys, like most Muslims, they think it's okay to be like in poverty. They think it's okay to be poor. They think that Allah doesn't want them to be wealthy or rich because when they're wealthy or rich, it's almost like they're greedy. There's no such thing, bro. Look at this. This is literally in the Quran too. So this right here says, يَبْسُطُ الرِّزْقَ لِمَنْ يَشَاءُ, which basically means Allah makes wealth easy for people. Easy. I'm saying easy, not hard. Allah literally makes it easy for people. Whenever you start reading this, you actually start having good assumptions of Allah. Because most people live in a state where they think Allah doesn't want them to be rich. Who said that Allah doesn't want you to be rich? Allah literally says right here, Allah makes wealth easier for people. And then this one right here. Just read this one. Wallahu yarzuqu man yasha bighayri hisab, which basically says Allah gives wealth to people without asking for anything back. Like you know how sometimes like you ask someone, you're like, can you please do this for me? And then they're like, okay, I'll do this only if you do this. Allah's saying, I'm not going to do that with you, which is beautiful. This is literally in the Quran. And then this one right here. Wallahu yudha'ifu liman yasha. This literally means Allah is going to double or multiply to whoever He wants. So if you want a house, who said you can't get two? Allah's gonna double it for you, bro. And then this one right here. Al-ardu lillahi yurithuha man yasha, which means Allah's gonna give like land to anybody, to basically whoever He wills. So basically these, like all these things right here, are just like the wills of God. So as you can see, it's like, why are you guys having bad assumptions, man? Why are you guys having like bad assumptions on God, thinking that God wants you to be poor? Who put that programming in you? God did not put that programming in you. If you're a Muslim, the Quran did not put that programming in you. Where did it come from? Obviously it came from the devil. Obviously it came from like the limiting things that you see online or that you see in your life. You guys need to fix all that stuff. You guys actually need to go back to this stuff. And then this one right here. Yansuru man yasha. Bro, Allah gives victory to whoever He wills. Whoever He wills. Or this one right here. Yajtabi ilayhi man yasha, which means He picks whoever He wills. What this basically means is just that Allah's gonna pick like someone for like a responsible task, whoever He wills, like whoever He wants. So I guess that's why like I have a platform right now. I guess Allah picked me. I don't know. I hope so. But I hope this is helping, bro. Like if you're a Muslim especially, like this stuff right here is so important. I don't know why like most of us stop doing this stuff. Most of us are not aware of this stuff. And then this one right here. يَخْتَصُّ بِرَحْمَتِهِ مَنْ يَشَاءُ. Allah's gonna give mercy to whoever He wants. What's wrong with you guys, man? It's in the Quran that Allah wants to make your life better. It's in the Quran that Allah wants to make your life easy. So why are you guys thinking it's like, oh, just because I'm having difficulties, it's okay? By the way, if you're having difficulties, I'm not saying that's bad or good. That's just whatever. That's that. But just imagine you're having difficulties, but you're living through these difficulties from a state of like this, from this type of state. Like, how are you gonna not become better, bro? Like, look at this one. Allahu yahdi man yasha, yaghfiru liman yasha. Allah guides whoever He wills. Allah forgives whoever He wills. And it's like, does Allah not want to forgive you, bro? Does Allah not want to give you wealth? Of course He does. Now, like, the choice is yours. Do you want to have wealth? Do you want to be forgiven? Do you want to have guidance? The choice is yours, bro. You have the responsibility of choice. Remember, this is something that you can control. You can't control the results, but you can control your choice. You can control your thoughts. You can control your actions. And this, bro, this is so powerful. Like, every single day I wake up, or at least I try, I just go back to this. This stuff is so important, man. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, just let me know, man.